this new K-drama called The Glory, which is like an in-detail insight into bullying and everything. And I really want to check it out. Maybe we should.
Oh, that sounds really interesting.
Yeah, it's dark,
Bullying in
apparently.
like school or
In
like just
schools,
school?
like, no, school
Oh,
bullying. You know how it's such a big issue in Korea. And yeah,
yeah, not a big issue in India though.
we don't make movies about it.
Hi, Ria.
NoonaTalk.
I'm Zara, and the first K-drama I ever watched was What's Wrong with Secretary Kim.
I'm Sophia, and the first K-drama I really watched was Hello My 20s, but I would consider Sky Castle to be the first one because I also watched Hello My 20s dubbed.
We are NoonaTalk, a podcast where we talk about K-drama, K-culture, K-beauty, K-pop, everything that you need to know, especially if you're a Desi stan. You can watch our podcast episodes weekly on our YouTube channel and subscribe to us and like the video. Why? Because you need to know more, right? And otherwise, you can also just do the audio version on all podcasting platforms like Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon. You can also follow us on Instagram at NoonaTalk, exactly like it sounds, for like a deeper insight and funny reels. But today's episode is really exciting. We have guests. We have the KdramaGworls who is going to be joining us very shortly to help us get into a beginner pack to K-dramas.
Yeah, like what K-dramas should you watch if you're new to K-dramas, or if you're looking to introduce someone to K-dramas, this is a great guide to start with.
Yeah, especially since like I didn't watch K-dramas for like a really long time, thinking they were all just like romance and silly and like I was like Bollywood में तो हो ही जाता है, क्या ज़रूरत है?
And now you watch K-dramas which are romance and silly.
But it's not Bollywood bad. It's actually like really cute. That's how they trick you. That's how they trick you into it.
It's the pretty boys that keep you.
I mean, it's also the pretty girls. We're not discriminating.
Insider scoop, Zara told me, I don't watch K-dramas where like people aren't beautiful.
Yeah, I was very confused. I was like, if they're not good looking, why should I watch? That's just living life.
I was like, story, character, drama. And she's like, but are they beautiful?
I think it's time for us to get into it, yeah.
Get into it, yeah.
And today we're being joined by KdramaGworls. Say hi.
Hi. Hi, you guys.
Tell us about yourself.
I'm Nina.
And I'm Jakara.
And we're the
KDrama
Girls. We run a blog that's all about K-drama and K-pop, and we are a safe space for K-pop and K-drama stands.
Excellent. And today is all about K-dramas. We're here, all four of us, to give you a beginner's guide into K-dramas.
Yes, a starter's pack.
Yes. Right. Yeah. So we have a list of dramas for you guys to like.
Ready.
So the first show that we have is Vincenzo, right? So
It's our favorite show.
our
Like,
favorite
Oh,
show.
really?
You know, this is a man who has a troubled past, but you know, and he
was raised by the mafia. You could say that.
He was raised by
In
the
Italy.
and he lives in one country, but he comes back to where he was born, and he has some things that come about because he has one thing that he's trying to get. He's trying to get was it gold or something?
Yeah, but he gets a little
sidetrack trying to get that. And all of these things unfold, and I think that the thing that really hits home with Vincenzo is not only the cinematography but the way that it was written, and the cast
really
was
good.
just great. I mean, and you really do fall in love with the characters. Our newer show is a show called Power. Now, this thing about Power is it has a lot more
It's raunchy.
raunchiness to it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more active, but you do get the law, you do get like the law aspect of it, the crime aspect of it, and you get a lot more romance in Power than you do in Vincenzo.
I thought Vincenzo really sort of reminded me of, I didn't watch the entirety, but it really reminded me of The Sopranos.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
yeah.
I didn't watch The
I didn't
Sopranos
watch it
or The
either.
Godfather.
Even I haven't seen it.
Even I've not really watched it, but I know like what goes on, and there's really similar like themes. I know we've all talked about Vincenzo being great. I do have a criticism. him? How is that man raised in Italy without an Italian accent? Sure, but at no point does anybody go, Vincenzo. Exactly.
No,
Okay,
that
but what was your favorite thing about Vincenzo? Like the one thing,
One
like if you had
favorite
to
thing,
say
yeah.
one thing.
Yeah. Sonju Ki, just
You're right.
in general,
Yeah,
was
he's
the
a favorite
one.
thing.
Yeah, he was.
okay. I would say him and also the writer or the writer. I think
Yeah.
it's just one. He did a really good job. I think the storyline is pretty good and it develops very well.
Yeah.
That's one.
Awesome. Okay, kicking off the list with Vincenzo. What is our second K-drama?
Business Proposal.
Business Proposal was hard for us to find a comparison.
Now, okay,
for American
so I will
show.
say, even though we said Vincenzo first, I feel like this should be the very first one you start with
I agree.
as a beginner. That's what I'm saying. Like
Something that it reminded me of was The Proposal with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds. There's this other movie as well, and it's an older one with Patrick Dempsey called Can't Buy Me Love. So even that has like similar themes.
But I think Business Proposal, what I like is that it hits a lot of like good K-drama tropes. Like it's got the office romance, it's got the second lead romance as well. It's got
I love
I agree.
Business Proposal is really good. It's not hard to follow. That's why I say if you're a beginner, I think it's a good, place to start. Like the language isn't too complicated, especially if you're trying to learn Korean. Is you can kind of follow along with it.
Yes.
So yeah, I definitely love that show. And like she said, oh my gosh, the second lead is so good. Low key. Yeah, just like show me that glass. Him taking off the glass.
Insert that clip
Sorry.
here. Only spoiler we could give you, but trust me, it's worth it. Go watch that clip before you even watch the show.
So that's that one. The next one we have is Attorney Woo. Very law driven. So it's a lot of big words, and you might get a little lost in like the cases. But for this one, so if you like the show Good Doctor, it's really that one. That was the easy one for us because they both have autism. They're both on the spectrum, and they're both geniuses. And he's a doctor, obviously, and she's a lawyer. So,
and they touch on a lot of similar situations, and they touch on similar situations, but they are approached in a different way that I think is really great because in The Good Doctor, he is a male lead, and in Extraordinary Attorney Woo, it's a female lead. So probably relatable for a lot of people because they seem like very, real problems.
Yeah,
honestly.
definitely at least top 3 for dramas that came out 2022, I would say.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
we
no,
also
we
did
agree.
an episode on reviewing the show, and like we agree with a lot of things. But it's very heartfelt. I think it's one of those feel good, very human characters and very like relatable situations. Yeah, true.
So the fourth show that we have on our list is Bad Prosecutor. And that show is it's about a prosecutor who has to deal with corrupt people within, him being in a prosecutor building. So basically the people that he works with are kind of like having some issues. But I really love that show. I mean, hilarious. Off the bat, I had never laughed at a show so much in my life. So I really think that this is something that, if you want to get into K-drama, this is definitely a good show to start with. You get a little bit of law, you get a little bit of action. There's like, when I say crumbs, I mean actual crumbs of romance. And so for something to compare the show to, I don't know if you guys ever watched The Other Guys.
The movie? Will Ferrell?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's giving that a little bit, but there's more action in Bad Prosecutor than it was in The Other Guys. It's a very unserious movie.
The Other Guys is like a comedy, though.
It is a comedy, and Bad Prosecutor is for the most part a comedy. Even though there is definitely some action in there, it's hilarious. And Kyung-soo really impressed me with how he played this role. He's very like cocky and cool, but like funny. And he gets himself in like crazy situations. You're like, now how are you gonna get out of this? And he finds a way to make it happen.
Oh, every time I saw the bad prosecutor, like I mean, of course, EXO stan, but every time I saw any promos around it, I always really figured it was like a really serious show. I didn't realize it was a comedy at all.
You. That's how they get you. That's exactly how they get you. Because when I tell you, you will be laughing within the first 10 minutes of the show. All right.
Awesome. What's next on the list?
Yes. So next we have
This is another one. We keep saying all of them are our favorites.
all of our favorites, but like this show
This show,
right
this
here.
is the first time I ever seen me in a character.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
like
Yumi
girls.
Cells.
1 and 2.
Oh.
1 and 2.
Oh, with Jin Young.
She's also in a gossip, so like, you know. She's
early
like
30s?
late 20s, early 30s. And so she's trying to find love or whatever. And, you know, she goes on, damn, I can't even say. She's just experiencing dating.
She's experiencing dating life. And she's just like trying, like, you know, she wants to try, and, you know, you almost start rooting for her in the show. Simply because you do, like, most girls are going to find similarities with Yumi's character.
Right.
And she's just so relatable.
She is.
And, you know, you follow her throughout her first relationship that they show you with Wooyo.
Y'all will really enjoy it. We compared it also to, I think I said it, I don't know, Insecure. I think it's an HBO show. So it kind of gives you that feel, even though Insecure has a lot, well, I'm about to say it has struggle love in it.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like Yumi has her struggle moments too.
Yes, she does. She absolutely.
Some not so smart
Decisions.
choices,
Some
and
decisions,
yeah, but
definitely.
it's very realistic. And if you're a single girl, or if you've ever been single, which we all have, obviously, you'll relate to her. So I think it's a good start because it's very relatable.
but you're watching it for Jin Young, right?
Oh, I mean,
100%.
100%. I think that's why
That's why you're angry after the first season.
I was kind of mad. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, damn, I gotta watch the first
Yeah,
season.
because we didn't come in until Yumi Cells too.
Right, exactly.
So
it was like I couldn't watch anything
Until you watched that.
I watched the first one.
So the last one we did put is Crash Landing on You. This show also, I mean, maybe y'all can help us out and tell us what you think it reminds you of an American show. Kind of.
I agree. Like, nothing reminds me of anything Crash Landing on You.
Well, we were thinking The Bodyguard. That might be a bit of a stretch.
It's a reach.
It's a reach. But it definitely kind of gave me like Bodyguard vibes, you know, because
Thing to compare it to.
It feels different than most other K-dramas, I think, solely because the world building was so unique. I mean, of course, it's not fantasy world building, it's real world building, but the way it was done was so, I think, you know, everyone has this perception of North Korea, and then they humanized it to such a great extent. I really enjoyed that.
We know we said pick Business Proposal first, but I don't think you can go wrong, like you said, with when you pick any of
That's
those.
true.
Sure.
I think it's time for the game.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the game.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
What are you calling the game? Tell us that.
I'll tell you. So it's a balance game, right?
Balance game?
And a balance game. So you have to pick one and drop one. So I'll give you different situations, different tropes. Like, it'll be a mix of things. And you guys have to tell what you want to keep and what you want to discard. Okay? Let's begin. So you're the lead character of a K-drama. Which trope are you? Are you the chaebol girl with the poor boyfriend, or the poor girl with the CEO boyfriend?
Poor girl CEO boyfriend.
Same.
Same.
Okay.
I'm already a poor girl. I need a CEO boyfriend.
Right. That's what I want to look out for, right?
Okay, your CEO boyfriend is now confessing to you. Where do you want this confession to happen? Is it happening in the rain at night, or is it happening in spring season while the cherry blossoms are falling?
Cherry blossoms, of course.
Oh, I want rain. I want the
you want,
drama.
like,
Yeah.
We need some spice in your K-drama. So is there a love triangle, or do you have an enemies to lovers situation?
I like enemies to lovers.
I can't.
Yes.
I like enemies.
Undoubtedly.
No, because
That's so toxic.
No, but the toxic, you know, just a little bit toxic.
Maybe he can show that to you.
Yeah, because enemies to lovers have the best banter beforehand.
So that's not enough drama. So for more drama, are you going to have a fake relationship, or are you going to see that you were childhood lovers who got separated?
Oh,
Fake relationship.
fake relationship for sure.
I think I'm either or, honestly. But I mean, personally, I would like a fake relationship. Yeah, I think enemy lovers, fake relationship, and then like we kiss in the rain. Who's not watching this K drama? Come on.
Right.
Scrap that. Now you're in a historical drama.
Oh.
What's gonna happen? Are you a woman pretending to be a man and the prince falls in love with you? Or you're betrothed to the man, but you're in love with his brother?
That
in love with the
one.
brother.
That
Yeah.
sounds spicy.
Yeah.
I'm pretending to be a man. I want to fight in the army. I want to live out my Mulan life.
Mulan wasn't really living it up like that though. It was actually a drag.
They ain't gonna take baths or nothing.
No,
No,
they was bathing in the palace.
We are too cute for that.
Yes, I want to be in the palace with my little outfits, that little
Yeah,
Sneaking glances with the
Sneaking around
brother while you're.
You get around with the brother in the palace, and then you got to tell the maid service, shh, be quiet, don't be telling my business.
Okay. And now you have to pick a second lead. Is your second lead a serious but hot office worker? Or is it your goofy best friend who runs a cafe?
Goofy best friend who runs a cafe. Yeah.
No, serious but hot office worker who like the audience is thinking that's who they're going to end up with. And then I'm like, left turn, no.
Yeah, I like the serious hot office worker because like I want somebody that's really pushing it, that's really giving somebody a run for their money. Like that's not making it easy, I like a little bit of a push and pull,
I just like the comedy that they usually bring, the ones who own the
cafe owners. And also free food.
Free food, yeah.
And you have a place to like end the episode every time. Like that's where you go and hang out, and then the
you're having your
credits roll.
Ice Americanos, yeah.
And then this is a spoiler. But if you lose your job, you can go work with them. So
okay, this is a situation where would you rather have business proposal without Kim Min-kyu or Vincenzo without Taekyon?
I'm gonna have to end the second lead
sexy daddy?
business proposal.
Psycho sexy daddy?
He's
That's a hard question. I can't even answer that.
I answered it.
Okay, no, I'm keeping Minkyu and like it's okay. Taekyon can like leave.
Okay.
I'm keeping Jungkook's
What?
dad. Yeah, because
I think he's the best villain, like in the K-drama world.
He probably is, but
he was incredible.
Okay, there's a gun to your head and you have to watch this entire K-drama through and through. Which one would you pick, Descendants of the Sun or Goblin?
Yeah. We'll do that one.
I think I'll have to go with Goblin because I couldn't do Descendants of the Sun and I did manage Goblin.
Who was your preferred idol actor? Jin Young from GOT7 or Kyungso from EXO?
Oh, that's a hard one. But
Jin Young.
Jin Young, yeah, even I was gonna say.
Cool. Okay, so I have a bonus question. If you guys want to answer. Absolutely. But it's not exactly K-drama related. But where do you stand on the Perilla leave debate? If you go out for dinner with your significant other and your best friend, and your best friend and your significant other is trying to eat the Perilla leaf with their chopsticks, and they can't, and they're struggling with it, and your significant other or the best friend helps the other one and gives it to them, is that okay with you or not?
I don't need you helping my man with nothing.
No.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead and struggle, baby.
Yeah, let him struggle. He'll figure it out. He's grown.
You too. I'd rather you ask a waitress or something.
And as a friend, I would be like, no, I'm not helping you. No.
Oh, that's a really good point. Actually, yeah. Even if I was the friend, I'd just be like, no, you figure it out.
I'd be like, no, that's crazy. That's like Nina having somebody, her boo, and I help her boo. No, absolutely not.
No, come be there. Like,
what are you doing? Yeah.
He got
what is it when he's struggling? Like, oh no, I'm so hungry.
No.
gotta know.
He'll starve.
Starve.
He'll starve before I help him.
It's okay.
I feel like I wouldn't want to help, but I wouldn't mind somebody helping my significant other. Like, I, as a friend, wouldn't want to help. I'd be like, no, figure it out. But if my significant other was struggling and my friend stepped in to help, I'd be like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
I think I just don't want to help anyone. I think that brings us to the end of this. Where
Yeah,
can
that
our
was so
audience
much
follow
fun.
you, find you, see you, watch you?
YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, everything at KdramaGworls, and that's GWORLS.
Thank you so much for joining us. This was a great episode. Hope you guys have found a great episode to watch out of all this wonderful list. If you have, comment down below and like, because why not? Like, I mean, what are you wasting time on?
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to their channel.
Thank you guys.